The Dallas Police Department had outside experts look at its records to see if officers are racially profiling during traffic stops or when using force. The review indicates that by and large, they are not. Fox 4's Lori Brown is here with the review presented to the Dallas City Council Public Safety Committee. Lori.
Clarice, the two experts gave the Dallas Police Department positive reviews after the police chief turned over the department's data, telling council members you can't know what's wrong until you study yourself.
Also, the police have no control over who is reported as a crime suspect.
Police may not know who they will encounter during a call, but they do control decisions about use of force. Bob Scales, a consultant from Seattle, says nationally only 4% of arrests involve some type of force. And while there have been national headlines about studies on people killed after traffic stops, Scales says that is not the whole story.
Headlines in national newspapers like the New York Times and the Washington Post about this, and the way the headline reads is usually more than 600 people killed by the police during a traffic stop, and they'll say these people were killed because they had expired tabs or a taillight out, and that's never the case.
Instead, Scales says there are complicating factors like outstanding warrants, which might lead a suspect to try to flee or threaten officers and prompt the use of force. The most reoccurring pattern DPD found in force cases involved 911 calls.
65% of our use of forces are calls for service. I think not only is that a strong message to the community when the officers are having to utilize force, whether it's appropriate or not, but also a message to our rank and file as well to know that it's very, very important to wait for backup.
Chief Garcia also recently asked renowned criminologist Dr. Alex Del Carmen to study the department's traffic stops for any evidence of racial profiling.
He gave me keys to the data set and said, find whatever you need to find and fix it.
Del Carmen said it is not the number of people of a certain race that is important, but rather if the traffic stops themselves are effective in combating crimes. Del Carmen said the national average for finding contraband from a search is 30%, or 3 out of 10 searches. DPD's numbers were above that.
That this is highly commendable for the Dallas Police Department. A, that the data is trackable. B, that it can be interpreted this way. And C, that you're far above that 30% threshold as it relates to contraband hit rate.
Del Carmen told Dallas City Council members to know that DPD is in full compliance with the law.
It is one of the best, if not the best one in Texas.
Del Carmen says that the Dallas Police Department also has a transparent complaint process, and in 2020 and 2021, the review process found no evidence of racial profiling. There is one complaint from last year that is still under review. If you want to see the entire report about the department's use of force, we put a link to that report on our website at fox4news.com.